So y'all treating me like if I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. But I'm the one that I am one of those persons that means it when he says it.
Did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
No, I didn't think that. I'm just
If you have that kind of attitude and you go into it,
have attitude, Judge, is just
tell me.
It's a conversation.
It's no, but Nathan, I want him.
like I'm just a hardened criminal. All I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20. I made a mistake. I was drinking.
Please do not admit to committing the offenses. We actually haven't been found guilty yet.
See, but I didn't assault nobody. But I
You're pleading
understand.
guilty to assaulting.
But I understand.
How can I take your agreement?
At the same time, I don't like this conversation. We're walking away and we're going to have a later court date. So you go over here.
So
This clueless defendant walked into court facing a DUI and an assault charge. He was supposed to plead guilty to both, but his ego kicked in and he suddenly tried to talk his way out of it. Right there in front of the judge, he changes his story and says he isn't guilty after all. I mean, you could literally see his lawyer losing it behind him, just rubbing his forehead like he already knows how this is about to go down. I've seen a lot of bad courtroom moves, but this one is up there. And the ending to this case actually caught me off guard, though, so make sure you guys stick around for that because it was just so shocking. Let me know in the comments, too, if you guys were the judge and a defendant backed out of a plea deal like this, what would you guys do? Let's dive in here and watch.
charged of driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year on the assault case and or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. What have you guys worked out?
So for he's pleading time served on the DWI, 13 months deferred on the assault conditions.
Okay. Is this how you understand this agreement?
I'm sorry.
You have two agreements on both of your cases. On the DWI, they've offered you 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 days that you've done. But you need to understand that charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So this time served, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. Anytime you get pulled over, an officer's going to look at your record. They're going to see this. What do you think they're going to do if you smell like alcohol or dope? Right. I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would not get into a car because it is a humongous risk. As far as the assault of a family member is concerned, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 13-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You must understand, though, that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, even if you successfully complete the deferred, you will be looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You can also never own a gun or ammunition as well. You will be signing this other piece of paper here, which is a written admonition that you are ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. What you need to understand, it's firearm is a very loose term. So you need to understand, if you don't understand what a firearm is or what a weapon is, you need to talk to a lawyer because that's one of the conditions. Do you understand? When you pick up criminal cases, there are a lot of collateral consequences, as you now see. It can impact you in ways that you never, ever see. That's why you need to strive to never pick up any kind of cases. And when you pick up multiple successive cases, it kills you. And now you're ending up with these things, with both of these. Anytime you come into a contact with an officer and they look at your record, you think that you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Be careful. That's all I'm going to tell you is be careful. Now, part of the agreement on the deferred, you need to also understand you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. If you fail to live up to the terms of this agreement, we will issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail, and now you're looking at an entire year that you authorize to put you in custody if you violate this. Do you understand? For you to complete this successfully, you have to do a batterers intervention prevention program, what's called a BIP class. This is a 15-week, I'm sorry, is it it's 18, right? 18-week class that you have to go to one time a week for you don't have to do this. You can set your cases for trial if you don't want to do this. Well, look, if you have that kind of attitude and you go into it,
Have an attitude, Judge, is just, I mean, I understand, I messed up. I messed up. It's no one's fault but mine. I understand that, but y'all really treated me like I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. I'm not. I mean, I understand. I got a DUI and I ended up catching another.
criminal court, did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
No, I didn't think that. I'm just, it's just.
You can tell exactly what kind of energy this guy walked in with. The moment the judge said he had to show up once a week for 18 weeks, he started shaking his head like a teenager being told to clean his room. Judge Flecker has been doing this way too long to miss that attitude. And just showing up in court wearing a Nike hoodie while you're staring down possibly a year in jail, that's just a bold move in itself. If you're already complaining about an 18-week class, you're basically asking the judge to send you to jail. The thing is, this kind of defendant is everywhere. The one who thinks they can out-talk the system instead of owning up. I mean, I've seen that look 100 times, and it never ends well. If you agree that this guy just made his situation worse, hit that like button so more people see how ego gets people in trouble like this.
And here's the thing, though, Mr. Faris, what you need to understand is if you think it was bad here, that's what you're saying to me now. If you think it's bad now, wait till you get out there in the free world with even more conviction on your record. Life will only get more difficult with the more convictions that you get.
I hadn't been getting in trouble for the past year. I got that DUI in 2020. I have not been in trouble for it since then. So y'all treating me like if I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not.
How did we treat you that you're constantly in trouble? Tell me.
It's a conversation.
No, but Nathan, I want him. How did we treat you? In what way?
I mean, I'm not
Tell
saying
me.
y'all treating me in any way. It's just like the way you talk to me. I have like I'm just a hardened criminal. All I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20. I made a mistake. I was drinking. It was just a mistake.
Please do not admit to committing the offenses. We actually haven't been found guilty yet.
You mean how I'm talking to you right now?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you what to expect.
And I understand that,
And I'm
but
telling you how it's going to affect you.
and I understand that.
And I'm telling you that you can't own a gun.
That's fine. No problem.
You can't own any ammunition.
That is fine. No problem whatsoever.
If you pick up another assault like this, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary.
See, but I didn't assault nobody, but I
You're pleading
understand.
guilty to assaulting.
But I understand.
You're
I'm not going to take your agreement. If you're telling me you're not guilty, then we're not going to do it.
That's how this works. You're pleading guilty and admitting that you committed a crime.
Okay.
If you stand up here and say that you didn't commit a crime,
No,
then
no,
you're not pleading
this
guilty.
isn't like, it's not a game. And I'm not going to let you
Understand that.
plead guilty if you're not guilty. If you're not guilty, then let's try it. I'm not taking your plea of guilty if you're not guilty. That's it.
At this point, I politely request that we reset this case, short distance, have the client's appearance be required.
Well, hold on a second. How old is the case? I mean, the case is from it's 510 days old. No, we set the case for trial today. That's it. And I'm not here to play games. If you're either guilty or you're not guilty, but we don't plead people guilty when they're not guilty. That's not a game that we play here. And understand, the way I talk to you now is in hopes that you don't pick anything up in the future, because
I haven't.
do you know how many times I hear that?
I'm pretty sure you hear it on an everyday basis. I'm
Every
sure you do.
Same.
But I am one of those persons that means it when he says it.
I'm going to hit the pause button.
You pick up a case in 2020, and now you pick up a case in 2023.
I'm going to hit the pause button here. What you're getting upset about is actually the language that the judge is required to say. He's not admonishing you about anything special about your case. He doesn't care anything about you. But what you're pleading guilty to carries with it these consequences.
I understand.
If you plead guilty to an assault family violence, there's an affirmative finding of family violence, as was explained to you. A second offense is automatically a third-degree felony. Third-degree felony punishment range is 2 to 10. If it's a strangulation, it's now 2 to 20 because it's a second-degree felony. This is automatic, has nothing to do with you, only has to do with what you're pleading guilty to. The DWI is similar in concept. If you plead guilty to DWI today and get convicted, which is what you're planning on doing, the second one is automatically a Class A misdemeanor with a maximum punishment of a year in county or a $4,000 fine. That has nothing to do with the facts of your case and your level of guilt. It's just the fact that you are pleading guilty. At the same time, I don't like this conversation. We're walking away and we're going to have a later court date. So you go over here.
So if you want to continue on the DWI and tee up the assault, we can do that as well?
No, Judge. With him, we're not doing any pleas. At your request, we'll set the case for trial. I'd ask for 30 days. I'll have a conversation with him. And if he wants to do the plea, we can do the plea. And he will come up here with the proper understanding.
It's not a big deal, but we either set it today or we.
I'll just set it today because it'll be long enough that we can have a conversation.
This is a perfect example of how fast things can flip in a courtroom. One bad attitude shift and the whole tone of the case changes. The justice system in itself actually gives a lot of people chances. But moments like this show why judges lose patience. I mean, you could tell the judge wanted to give him an easy path, but once he started arguing, it was just game over. It's just crazy how people still think they could talk circles around the court. The law is patient, but it is not blind. Do you guys think the judge handled this the right way, or should he have gone harder to teach him a lesson? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for the follow-up of this video.